Greetings and a very warm welcome to Kashmir University's weekly video magazine Quest. I'm your host Muhammad Fahimul Islam and here are this week's highlights. An interview with Dean Academic Affairs Professor M.A. Vani. And Professor Sidakant Mahapatra delivers a special lecture. Dear viewers, we begin our today's program with a special interview with Dean Academic Affairs Professor Muhammad Ashraf Vani. Professor Vani, a noted historian, is a professor at the History Department at the university. He was earlier the Dean Social Sciences and is also one of the most senior professors of the university. In an interview with Quest team, Dean Academic Affairs shared his vision about the expansion of university, his ideas on improving educational standards to make the university count among one of the world-class universities. Professor Vani said that the university has evolved over the years in all respects, be it infrastructure or intake capacity of students or scholars.
In terms of infrastructure also, it has considerably developed. And so far as the students are concerned, number of students has enormously increased, though we are yet to meet the requirements that the society expects to meet from us. Previously, we used to have just 20 to 25 seats in the departments. Now we have minimum 85 seats. And so far as the research scholars is concerned, when I was a research scholar in 1978, 79, and in 1980 also, we had just, I think at the most there were 50 research scholars in the whole university. Now in every department, number of scholars has tremendously increased. Same is the case with teaching faculty and other things also. What I want to tell you that is we have tremendously developed over the years, though there is much needs to be done further.
In order to accommodate more students, university as a creative response to this challenge started evening classes on experimental basis. We asked him how did the idea came and what is its success rate so far.
Introducing evening class or evening classes is actually a creative response to a challenge which is faced by the society in general and the university in particular. This year, 35,000 students had applied for various disciplines in the university, and we have been able to accommodate just 4,000. So there's a huge gap between the aspirants and the actual number of the students which are being ultimately accommodated or admitted in the university. By introducing this evening shift, we are not only imparting education to a good number of students, but at the same time we are also generating resources and we are also giving employment to some people. We are stopping a drain of wealth also. So it has many advantages simultaneously. So the university, the other departments must seriously understand and appreciate its significance, and I hope that they will follow the suit.
Professor Vani said that every university tries to bring in dynamism in their curriculum and university is not lacking behind in introducing new courses.
Board of Studies, undergraduate Board of Studies and postgraduate studies are being convened after every 2 or 3 years. But the departments and the teachers are free to make any amendment, to make any change every year. So we are open to changes because how can you teach obsolete content? It is unacceptable that we should teach outdated material and outdated content. So we have been consistently revisiting, revising, and even restructuring the syllabus. This is not something which is not being done in our university.
Of late, most universities in India have started a wave in terms of making students employable. Professor Vani said that to meet that challenge, the university is doing its utmost to make students better and employable at the same time.
And we keep pace with the changing demands of the society, and that's why you see we have introduced the new courses which are job-oriented courses, be it computer science, computer engineering, be it IT, be it biotechnology or bioresources or B pharmacy or other integrated courses, management, These are all introduced in response to the present circumstances. We have been trying to see that our students are employable.
We asked him that before taking over as Dean Academic Affairs, he might have formulated certain policies with regard to certain disciplines, to which Professor Vani replied this way.
Policies are being formulated by the different bodies. What as a Dean Academics I can do, I can only float an idea, and that is up to the bodies and that is up to the teachers to either pass it or to reject it. Ideas, how to improve and how to develop our university, different disciplines. First important thing which I believe the university department should do is to do what is known as relativist research. Relativist research means that we should understand and we should identify the problems, the demands of the society, and accordingly we should prioritize the themes of research.
Students of North and South campuses complained that the question papers for various courses are formulated in tune with the pace of teaching at the main campus. How, as a Dean Academic Affairs, is he going to bridge that gap?
We have taken note of it and we have instructed the heads of the departments that all decisions, whether it is with regard to structuring, restructuring, reviewing, revisiting the syllabus, or it is with regard to the setting of papers, preparing the panel of examiners, evaluating papers, and framing the timetable, etc., etc. The teachers, the directors and the concerned teachers of the two campuses must be taken on board into confidence. That is being taken up very seriously by the university.
Some students say that the university has placed a discriminatory condition for PhD degrees. Students with 65% marks only are eligible for direct PhD, while as top universities in India do not put such conditions. Professor Vani stated that university is going to introduce integrated PhDs.
We have now introduced a new integrated MPhil PhD program in the university. In this regard, my predecessor and the present Vice Chancellor took personal interest along with the Dean Research, and they have introduced this integrated MPhil PhD. University is not only for teaching, it is for producing knowledge. And you cannot produce knowledge without having a very good team of students. And for producing knowledge, research has to be promoted. And for promoting research, we have to promote those students who have the zeal and zest and potential and aptitude for doing research.
Dean Academic Affairs has the authority to modify and interpret changes in academic policies. One such change that was recently witnessed in Kashmir University was the introduction of choice-based credit system. Yet, many feel that it was done hurriedly. We asked him, how did he subscribe to that wave?
I assure you that within 2 years, within a year or so, you'll find that choice-based credit system will be implemented in its fullness, in its letter and spirit, and it will make definitely a difference from what you have been experiencing in the university. The students will not be simply knowing their own subject, they will be knowing many subjects simultaneously, which is very, very important for interdisciplinary approach. Interdisciplinary approach is scientific approach, and the student is supposed to know simultaneously many things. They should pull down the barriers. They should have interaction with different disciplines, cross-fertilize their disciplines, get insights from other disciplines, benefit himself, because ultimately, whether it is social science or it is natural science, that can be understood only in the context of the insights that are being provided by the sister departments and other sciences. This is the purpose of this choice-based credit system.
Professor Vani said that while choice-based credit system was introduced, some changes in syllabus were made in allied subjects.
Overhauling or completely restructuring the syllabus was not done. And in fact, it was not done in many cases because we have core subjects there. Core subjects have not been changed. Core subjects. Well, for instance, there is chemistry, it has core subjects have remained. But what the chemistry department considered that there are some allied subjects which need to be done for better understanding of chemistry. They have chosen those subjects. Those subjects have been introduced.
Dean Academic Affairs also informed us that university is going to introduce courses like philosophy, anthropology and public administration, and the proposal has already been sent to the UGC.
So these departments are very important, and we have been, as Dean Social Sciences, also submitted a proposal for introducing, and that proposal has been forwarded to the UGC. And university is also is aware, authorities are aware of the significance of these, and I hope that in near future these subjects will be introduced in the university.
Professor Vani also opined that university, for the betterment of the students, has come up with career counselling cell that guides students in their endeavours.
There is a need for counselling, and particularly what subjects need to be chosen, what are very important subjects. Because sometimes the students, because in the universities, many students are first generation learners. They don't know what subjects to be chosen, what not to be chosen. And it is our duty that there must be a counselling center, or the existing counselling center should also take up this responsibility of counselling those students who are first generation learners, who don't know what subjects to be taken up, to be chosen, and what not to be chosen. Besides, helping them to identify the jobs.
Asked what his vision is for the Kashmir University, Professor Vani stated that he wants the university to be seen as a world-class university in all aspects.
There should be pressures, there should be challenges, and it is the challenge which forces you to respond. And if you don't respond, you cannot develop. So the student teachers must have challenges. So then alone you can have, you can promote that human resource, further promote. That can make your university a world-class university. World-class university is not made by great structures, big structures. World-class universities are made by great production, good productions. It may be production in terms of literature, in terms of innovations, in terms of discoveries. That can be done only with the help of very good teachers, innovative, creative, hard-working, dedicated, and simultaneously dedicated, hard-working, creative, intelligent students. That is what should be our focus and what should be our objective.
He requested everyone associated with the university to assess themselves and own the responsibility for every student.
My request is that, this is their formative stage of life. They should understand and realize that present can make their future. They should optimally utilize their time. They should work very hard, because I have seen that all those who have taken these university years very seriously, their future is safe. Teacher is a maker as well as a destroyer. He can make and unmake things. So teachers must realize, besides the fact that we all should realize the difference, what is halal and haram. We get handsome salary, and we should, every day in the evening, we should assess ourselves whether we have earned a halal ruzi or we have not done it.
To watch the full interview, log on to our website emmrckashmir.com. Dear viewers, Department of Kashmiri organized a special lecture on the poetry and personality of Professor Rahman Rahi at the Auditorium Hall of Humanities Block. Anthropologist, poet, essayist and academician Professor Sitakant Mahapatra was the special guest on the occasion. Head Department of Kashmiri Professor Shad Ramzan presented the welcome address.
It is a memorable day in the history of Kashmiri Department that the two great scholars, that the two great poets, that the two great literatures, and the two Gyanpith awardees are with us today. It is really an honor for us. As you know, and at this time, I really feel Saki Binuri Bada Barafroz Jamema Mutrib Bigu Ki Kare Jahan Shud Baka Mema. I feel that the whole universe is looking at us this time and singing the song of Kashmiri language.
Registrar Professor Zafar Ahmed Rishi presented a brief profile of Professor Mahapatra to the audience.
Dr. Mahapatra was born on September 17, 1937 in Orissa. After his schooling from Kurwa Government High School, he chose to join Ravinshaw College, Cuttack, then affiliated to Utkal University, where he did his BA in History Honours in 1957, followed by Master's degree in Political Science from Allahabad University in 1959. In 1969, Dr. Mahapatra did his diploma in Overseas Development Studies at Cambridge University under the Colombo Plan Fellowship. Subsequently, in 1988, he spent a year in Harvard University as a participant in the Ford Foundation Fellowship Program. He is one among us because he took to teaching for 2 years at postgraduate department of Utkal University before joining the Indian Administrative Services in 1961, which he continued until 1995.
Professor Zama Azurda said that Professor Mahapatra, along with other personalities, fought against the cultural and lingual invasion in his state.
Fakir Mohan Senapati, who fought, and it's actually the legacy, the struggle that he started, that up to Sitakant Mahapatra and the younger generations, they are carrying that banner forward and trying to keep it fly as high as possible, because we also have suffered cultural invasions, lingual invasions at times. So there is something common between them and we Kashmiris.
Dean Academic Affairs Professor M. A. Wani observed that forthcoming generation of Kashmir will always remember Professor Rahi for his profound poetry.
زِ کٔشیٖرِ ہٕنٛزو موجوٗدٕ پُیو منٛزٕ ییٚمِس شخصس یِنہٕ وٲلۍ لُکھ اکثر و بیشتر یاد کرن یہِ آسہِ پروفیسر رحمان راہی صٲب تہٕ ییٚمہِ محفلہِ ہٕنٛدۍ کلپ آسہِ بار بار ہاونہٕ یِوان اَمِکۍ چھِ زٕ وجہ اکھ یہِ زِ یہ محفل چھا پروفیسر رحمان راہی صٲبس متعلق تہذی پیری منز اخ اہم محفل یتھ مز تمس تھدِ پایہِ سکالرس سۭتۍ لرِ لور بِہِتھ چھِ یمو راہی صٲب کینٛہہ ؤری برونٛہہ بڑِ بوٚڑ ایوارڈ یعنی گیان پیٖٹھ ایوارڈ خٲطرٕ ژٲرۍ.
Poet Professor Rahman Rahi opined that he is happy to notice that Kashmiri language is attracting talent towards it.
Lal basais saman bab baras wushum shivas shakt milit vah tet lai kurmas amrit saras zindai marast mekari kya. I am especially happy to realize that my mother tongue, Kashmiri, is attracting to itself the estimable attention of such creative geniuses as Dr. Sitakant Mahapatra. This fact has kindled a bright spark of hope in me. Hope that Dr. Mahapatra's presence today in the Department of Kashmiri and his scintillating address will inspire more and more Indian writers and scholars to include in their various subjects of study my mother tongue, Kashmiri, and its literature too.
Delivering his special lecture, Professor Mahapatra called Professor Rahi as the most mature Kashmiri voice of poetry.
I call him the most mature voice of Kashmiri poetry. One of the most distinguished voices of modern Kashmiri poetry and Indian poetry is a voice from the bleeding paradise that is Kashmir. A dedicated, unwavering, long-distance traveler, a true Rahi on what is today the troubled pathway of poetry.
A fellow of Oxford and Cambridge University, Professor Mahapatra, said that Professor Rahi's work has added new dimension to the Kashmir poetry.
Rahiji's ghazal and nazm have added a new dimension to the modes of modern Kashmiri poetry, which they share with Urdu. They do bear the impact of what Firaq and Faiz did to them in Urdu.
In his presidential address, Vice-Chancellor Professor A.M. Shah, while lauding the special lecture of Professor Mahapatra, also paid tributes to the work of Professor Rahi.
His presentation about Professor Rahman Rahi has encouraged all of us. A distinguished literary career, one of the most eminent poets and critics of Kashmiri language, has profoundly enriched, influenced the Kashmiri language through his works. I have been given to understand that alienation, existential dilemma, and human predicaments at personal, social, and universal level have been the principal themes of his works which he has done.
Professor Shah, while comparing education system of Kashmir with that of America, felt that one of the great differences he noticed there was that of the educational environment.
I could see, for example, MIT produced 64 Nobel laureates from the year 1913 to 1998. In India, hardly few are there. 6 only, if we go by the current ratings, only 6. I try to see that what is the difference basically. My dear friends, I could understand. The difference is the environment. The environment in which the students are groomed. The environment is, for example, how you are trying your level best to open the windows of our students. I could see that those Nobel laureates are not so great teachers in the classroom sometimes. But once they, on the very first day, a Nobel laureate enters a class and a student is watching him or student is just listening to him, his vision becomes very high. From day one, the student starts looking towards the sky.
With that, we come to the end of today's program. Log on to emmrckashmir.com to catch all the latest episodes of Quest. As always, do send us your valuable suggestions and feedback at quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take your leave, here are a few words of wisdom. Writing for money and preservation of copyright are, at bottom, the ruin of literature. It's only the man who writes absolutely for the sake of the subject that writes anything worth writing.